Hey guys, welcome back to Legos Island. So today it is Sunday, April 27th, 2025, and today we're going to be creating something that I said that we would do in the last episode, and that is the animal zoo. Before we do, let's see which two dogs we get today. Earth and Splash. Okay, so now that we have those two, we're going to go ahead and make the animal farm. Or just the zoo, you get the idea. So obviously, let's bust down this sign right here and get to work. So one of the first things we're going to need to do is actually burn down all these trees. Now, hold on. I know what I'm going to need to do because I know these guys are going to burn. I'll need to drag everybody over here so I'm actually able to officially get the trees down properly without burning them. As you can see, it's already going well. Okay, so now that that is done, something unfortunate, the foxes accidentally killed all the bunnies, so I'm gonna have to go find them again. God dang it. And also the chickens too, but those guys are really easy to get. The next thing we're gonna need to do is clear out this specific area right here, specifically with the waterfall. There we go. Now that that is successfully done, we have cleared out this whole area. That should not be coming back anytime soon. We could just let the waterfall go down there instead. And now we have all the room we can to make this. Now we're going to go ahead and use the elements that we actually saw during the Earth Day party and actually tie in the foxes actually right where they are actually. So actually they're in the spot that actually should be in because they're literally already right here. Why not? Not to mention, having them in here should not make them be able to attack any more animals that we just saw earlier, which makes sense. So what we're going to do now is basically put them in here now for the remainder of this. Okay, maybe that might have been a little too big, but you get the idea though. We might be able to make this slightly smaller. And see, there we go. Done just like that mostly. Yep, as you can see, we have, I guess, just enough room for the foxes, which means we don't even need this last bit right over here. So, generally speaking, that's already one done already. Now, we're going to move on to the pigs, which actually, I think that spot actually works out perfectly for these guys. So let's go ahead and put that in as well. Let's move this guy over here. And then right where this guy is, we could put in here. See, there we go. Just like that. Actually, we can remove that. And right where Splash is, we can put that fence over here. And now, as you can see, they can't escape anymore. Which is good. Because now they're going to be here permanently. Okay, those guys are done. And now, we're going to do the dogs next. Which I think are actually probably going to be like right where they are actually. I think like literally like right where they are is actually where they're going to be. I mean, they're already in a spot where we could easily, just put them in. So actually, this works out perfectly in my favor. They literally are right in a spot where I could easily just put them in. Which is pretty cool, right? Well, I think at least. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. But, of course, let's give them enough space since there are so many of them. Just for the record, there's like so many variants. Like, good lord, man. There's like so many variants. There we go. That is done. Now, I think we got all of them in there. Oh, whoa! Okay, so we forgot about that guy. 1 second. There we go. We got him in. So, there you have it. We have that now. Which is pretty cool. So now we have them for all of the dog variants, which is super cool. We got ones for the foxes, and then ones for the pigs, and then ones for the dogs. That's all super cool. Actually, let's make this as big as the pig ones, just because, again, there's a lot of them, actually. I realize we should probably spread these guys out a bit, but I can just do that right now. See, there we go. They're all spread out now. So we're going to go ahead and do the cats next because, I mean, look how many there are, man. Look how many freaking variants there are of this guy. There's like so many. We could easily just cram them all right here in this tiny little pen. See? Look at that. See? We got most of them all in here. Nice. Now, we don't need to make this one as big, considering these guys are kind of tiny. Okay, so I have managed to get them all in here. And again, since they are slightly tinier than the dogs, I was able to get them all in here, which actually is really cool. So, the cats are done. I think the next one we're going to do are the cows, which also shouldn't take long, considering there's only 3 of them. So we're gonna do that now, and again, since there's again only 3, we don't need to go as nuts, but I still also want to create a little path so like we have a little more access to, say, this part of, the zoo area. And who knows? We might actually have to add another path back there because the thing is, oh, I forgot about this guy. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And that should be just enough room for all 3 of them. There we go. Now that that's done, we're now going to go ahead and see if we can potentially add a path back here that'll, of course, lead us to the other sections of the zoo. So, there we go. That's what we'll do now, is add in a path over here. There we go. So, now that has been successfully added right over here, we don't need to worry about that now for the remainder of this project, because now we're going to be adding even more back there, which can explain why I made so much space. That means I'm going to have to blow some of this up. Sorry! There we go. That's more like it. Okay, now that I have cleared that up, let's go get the remaining animals. Yeah, getting the chickens back weren't really that difficult. I literally just had to go to the nether for at least one of them, being, of course, the warm variant. But, like, outside of that, yeah, apparently you can get the warm variant and not just the desert. You could also get it in the nether. That's something I only discovered, like, pretty recently. Anyway, let's build a little pen for these guys, since these are the next ones that I have. This should not take long at all, mainly because these guys are just going to be in here personally. There we go. Now that I got a little pen for these guys, they should not be going anywhere, which is good. Now that that's done, let's go get the bunnies. So the bunnies are going to be interesting, to the point where I actually had to literally, like, double up the fence for these guys. Because, good lord, they just won't stop running. But good lord, man. I keep spawning in so many just to get a black variant, and I have to keep killing the remaining one. So I was able to spawn 3 out of the 6 variants that I was able to get. The problem is I have to go to other places like the nether, or even the desert, or even the snow biome to get the remainder of them. Let's see if I can try and get the gold one via the nether. Nope, it only worked for the warm chicken. Dang it, we have to go back to the desert. Found one. So, thankfully, the desert that I found this bunny at was literally, like, right next to my railroad that leads to my base, so it didn't really take that long to get back. The problem is that it's going to take forever to find them in the snow biome and then come back. Oh, wish me luck. Okay, so I found one, and I found the other that I needed. Okay, let's see how long it takes to get back. Oh, come on! Yes, finally, after over 10 minutes, I finally am back over here. Please, do not accidentally kill them. Oh, thank God. I'm not doing that again. That took over 10 minutes to get them back here. Good Lord, man. I am not, and I repeat, never, ever doing that again. Okay, I think that's all the rabbit variants. I'm not doing that again, just to clarify. This is specifically why, when I hope when we do the horses, that I can get as many variants in here as possible. And oh boy, that's like 5 different variants in a row. Good Lord. I don't need the tiny ones, just for the record. Okay, maybe we need to make this slightly bigger. You 2 trees be gone. That's more like it. God, I keep forgetting how many horse variants there are. There's so many, and there's still more. Yeah, we might need to expand again. Problem solved. I think our work here is done. Finally. Good lord, man, that took forever. But it came out amazing. The only thing I guess we can do is like section off this area just so it's like separate from everything else. That would make too much sense here. And then we'll put like an official entrance, which give me just a minute to do that. That was easier than I thought. And I also ended up lighting this place up at the same time. You're welcome. Oh, and I also made a little path for this too. I don't know, it just makes sense. And it also just makes it look cooler. Plus also, doesn't like half the island use these blocks? That's what I thought. Actually, I'll put stairs up here just so it makes it a little easier to get up here. There we go. That makes it easier to get up here. The problem is I feel like we're still missing one with a variant. Oh, frogs! We could easily take out this part right here and just implement a little frog cage right there. Now, since they bounce super high, we're gonna have to block. Okay, nice. I remember there are variants of the frog. Nice. The problem is that they're in biomes far away. God dang it. There we go. There's another one. There we go. We got them all. Or at least I think that's all. Let's probably do some research. But I think we're good for now. I forgot about the ship. Dang it! But I did manage to get the remaining horse variants. I ended up putting them where the rabbits used to be, and then putting the rabbits in a much tinier pen because they are super tiny. There we go. I think we got everyone. And now that's all that's left is to just name the place. Literally, that's it. And after a good 11 minutes, we're done. More importantly, over 2 hours. I honestly think this was a success. We got, I think, basically every animal that has a variant. And please, if I did miss any, please comment down below and I will be sure to add them in here. But for now, I think I've done enough for today. This obviously is going to be a permanent place on the island. That would make a lot of sense. And yeah, comment down below what your favorite part of this is. I'd love to hear it in the comments. With all that said, I will see you all in the next episode on Tuesday, April 29th. That is going to be for Operation Multiverse 2025 construction. So please look forward to that. And yeah, goodbye.